that just came out, and we don't have here, but they got it at the Danish Pipe Shop. Actually, maybe I should go in order. What comes first? I guess it would be spring. All right. So I got Springtime Flake. It's the Virginia Flake. I'm pretty sure it's Virginia. I read it when I ordered it. Scottish Autumn Flake. Pretty sure that's a Virginia. And then I know these two are English. All right. So then we got. Oh fuck! I guess I skipped it. English Summer. Maybe this was a Virginia, and this was the English. I don't know. Maybe we'll open these two to see what the fuck I'm talking about. Alright, and I got Wintertime Flake. That's all I got. So I got those. So yeah, let's do Scottish Autumn and an English Summer and see what is what. Take it away, Daddy.
Crown roll glass.
Alright, I'll show you. Oh yeah, this is a Virginia. So English Summer is Virginia. It makes sense.
Good morning, Steve. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well.
English in the summertime, but it's got light bits of Latakia in it. Nice flake. I just broke it in half.
Doing all right.
Yeah.
Doing all right.
I should have probably read the description of all these before I did the video, but
Looks like beef jerky.
hey, I worked all day. I ain't got time for that shit.
Hey, I didn't.
I'd rather guess. But
Played all day.
here's what the tin looks like. Very attractive.
An interesting
tobacco.
pipe on the bench today.
I kind of want to just eat it like beef jerky. All right, so let's see which one smells best. I'm gonna leave that open. That was an English Summer. I'm gonna smoke all these and do videos and rate them.
So unusual pipe.
That one sunk in.
Damn, you hear that? It just queefed.
It's got some nice grain.
All right, this is Scottish Autumn.
Got a beautiful stem.
It's like beef jerky too.
Oh man, that smells sweet. Really good looking.
So just trying to get towards a position where I can start thinking about staining.
Nice, nice big flake. I mean, look at this. I mean, this goes all the way across the tin. I kind of fucked it up, but that's one flake. That smells good. Almost like a fired Kentucky smell. Oh man, that smells really good. Fuck me. I don't know which one to smoke now. Alright, I'm gonna put the lid back on both those because I am gonna smoke them all, so fuck it, let's open them all. Let's try
The original plan on this pipe was
or should we go back in time and
it was going to be a strawberry shape actually. That's what I drew on the block. But as I was making it, it just kind of, I felt inspired to give it a little bit of a wood turning. Various sort of wood turns, you know, peaks and troughs.
Smell that.
Now, let's see what it looks like.
My name. Nice.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, favorite. Nice big ass flake. really strong. This smells like it's gonna be up my alley. Smells super robust.
Your alley.
Alright, let's try the Springtime.
Try it.
Listen for the key. Springtime. Oh, that's a good looking flake.
This time next week we'll be in Texas.
Ooh, man, smell that. That smells sweet. Sweet Virginia. Oh, man. I mean, pretty much.
Done a few more
additions
additions to the workshop. I brought the lathe in from the garage, the second lathe, the old lathe, which I originally planned to leave out there so that I could have like an overflow workshop in case I need to work at night. I can't work in here at night.
Well, why not?
Doesn't look like we're gonna have
in
time
the
to
end, it
pack
was
a
the
fucking fight. Might have to do another
the
video.
need for a
Think I'll
buffing
be able to
station.
handle 2 videos in one day.
I used that lathe as a buffing station out in the garage, and I started off using my big lathe here for buffing purposes, for dual purposes. But the speeds they run differently, and the ratios of the gears are different. And in order for me to get the high speed that I need when I'm doing certain parts of stem making, I had to change gears, which meant changing the bands on the motor, which is doable, and it's not the end of the world to do it. But because of the way the lathe is situated, it's really up close against the wall. It just made it really, really awkward to do. So in the end, I just decided to bring in the lathe. It's the easiest to use as a buffing station. It's got a variable speed, and the average gear, I think it's on the middle gear, gives me the best range of speeds. So that's what I've done.
English original.
So I'm pretty committed to this workshop now.
Ooh, wow. Oh, wow, this smells good. Really good looking tobacco. This is pressed. Oh wow, it's good. Well, I'm gonna have some smoking to do tomorrow.
Eats dog food too.
I do. All right, we've opened them, we've smelled them,
We've
we've
got
looked
some
at
old
them.
pipe videos
We've rated
running in the
them.
background, which is what you're hearing.
I think we got winners all the way here.
Not
So
mine.
without me smoking them, I would say just go ahead and go to Danish Pipe Shop and order the same shit. They have a couple other new Sam Go West. I don't know, it kind of just didn't seem like it was gonna float my boat, so I didn't order it. But I don't know, maybe I'll try it next order. But we'll just go ahead and kill this video because we have a minute left, and it'll take me a minute to pack my pipe. So maybe we'll do a smoking video next. If we can. Alright. We do a smoking video? You want to sample all this? Oh, you already smoked that, didn't you?
I'm smoking it.
Yeah, it's getting there, Steve. It's definitely getting there. I mean, I'm not a major experienced woodworker, so the stuff is pretty basic in terms of
Very.
workmanship. I'm very happy with the workbench and the drawer units and the wall units. Those all came out really well, and the lining on the walls, the wood lining.
I've
I had
been
to
getting
build
that too, and
a
it's
structure for my
thoughts on that is this is a
shaping
pipe
wheel,
community.
and that's a
Now
little bit.
I
I kind of did it on the fly really quickly. I suppose I could redo it,
because I don't.
but that is a little bit rickety.
I do it all,
But it does the
we'll talk
job.
about it here in a second.
Like I said when I made it, it's not pretty, but it means I can shape. It does the job. I guess one of these days, when I feel able to spend time on it, I'll make something a little bit more bespoke, possibly.
The shock goes in stages. Havana in the 50s was one world-class city. Going to Miami in 1960 was not what Miami is today, and certainly nothing like Havana.
It's hard to fully appreciate what happened on that island 6 decades ago. Fulgencio Batista, while being completely corrupted by outside interests, still managed to maintain a standard of living in Cuba comparable to some European countries of the time.
You know, Cuba, man, listen, you would mention Havana. It was like saying Paris, London, and Havana all in the same thing as far as cultural experiences.
And yet Batista's excesses were so vile that he encountered violent rebellion. Batista murdered 20,000 Cubans in 7 years, and he turned democratic Cuba into a complete police state, destroying every individual liberty, according to JFK. And as the rebellion grew, Batista became more and more violent and paranoid. He He was paranoid of students, organized labor, and miners who had access to dynamite.
My father, in the mid to late 50s, was part of the revolutionary movement in Cuba. Like him, like many others, were disenchanted with the regime in Cuba of Batista.
A los 26 o 28 años me contrataron para una mina. Una noche se me apareció este señor que ya tenía fama.
Some military guy they sent from Batista people who had already killed 5 people. He tells the guy who was in charge there at the gate to bring him one person from the mine because he wanted to set an example.
Y yo le dije, mira, si eso es así, dile que soy yo el que voy
Because if that's what he wants, then it will be me. I'm going to be the one that goes. I'm not going to send one of
a
my...
hacer un muerto inocente. Ya cerramos la mina. Y porque teníamos muchos problemas, y yo tenía también muchos problemas, estaba escondiendo a la gente por la montaña, por todos lados, porque yo lo que creía era que nos mataran como hombres.
I never understood why the revolution, man. Because all the people, no matter how poor, in my opinion, they lived a pretty good life. There was a lot of corruption going on, but that hasn't gotten solved.
In the mountains, Fidel Castro and his rebel army gathered the nationals to rule and poor Cubans who felt that Batista had sold them out to foreign interests. To be Cuban implies a duty. Not to fulfill that duty is treason, Castro said in his famous trial speech. He charmed the international media by pointing to Batista's human rights abuses and assuring them that he was not a communist.
They said your army was communist, and they do was communist.
I will never be against any rights. I think my symbolic.
Very good.
Not communist.
Do you think the affairs about the Communist Party being revived
Got a little
here
divot
are
over
valid?
there which I'm trying to smooth out. It just takes a long time to do it by hand. I could take the Dremel to it, but
Batista will be
I think I
the
should do
last
it by hand. Really.
dictator of Cuba.
The biggest problem that happened in Cuba, of course, was Castro. He took something that was once considered a family business and made it into this machine to feed one bank account.
After Fidel actually won and had control of Cuba, that's when people started to realize, well, things aren't happening the way they should be happening. My father saw that right away and was able to leave Cuba. But there were others that didn't.
Well, I was at the offices in Havana when we were intervened. It was on a Saturday morning. My father had taken my brother and I to the office because he was going to work. On that Saturday morning, a Jeep showed up at the door, 4 armed guards and a guy with a very thin tie and a white shirt. They walked in, they put a government stamp on the safe to deposit box.
My dad was buying a huge amount of tobacco from the Castro regime, and he basically had told everyone, we're going to buy this, there's not going to be anything left here to do, okay? So he saw the writing on the wall.
My grandfather was actually poached out of his house with my grandmother being there and for absolutely doing nothing except loving America and being a non-communist. My grandfather was very angry at John F. Kennedy because he assumed, like a lot of the guys that were in the jails, many being Americans, that the Americans would help and give him out.
Our objection with
Hi Sharon, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Paul,
for a better life.
hope you're well.
Our objection is to
I actually did send Paul a message on up until Saturday night. On Messenger to just see he was okay, just checking in. Haven't heard
Castro
from him for a while.
nationalized the cigar industry,
Hope he's
making
alright.
the Cuban government the sole client
Hope
for
you're
Cuban
okay.
tobacco farmers, dictating production quotas in spite of market demands and redistributing farmland to other crops like sugar. Some families were allowed to continue. Many lost everything.
I can remember as a senior in high school coming home and finding my mother had cots in our living room for the people that were coming in. I was driving from Tampa to West Palm Beach to pick up anybody that would come over, that was coming over on boats and bringing them back. So we had dozens of families that lived around us. They were like part of our family.
Yeah, you go. Turned it off. It's actually just YouTube running in the background. I was saying that I sent Paul a message on, I think it was Saturday night, to see how he's doing, because I hadn't heard or seen from him in a while, and you actually as well. So I just hope you're both okay. Paul's okay, that's good. I'm glad you're over it. Getting somewhere. Just trying to smooth out that. It's a little bit asymmetrical, the top. A little bit. Any of you guys in the UK, well, actually anywhere around the world, if you're not buying tobacco, but GQ Tobaccos has got a Black Friday sale, which was, as of last night, was still on. He's got, if you're into filters, 9mm filters, he's got a great price on the 180 box of the Dr. Pearl, ones. He's got them on at £13 something or other, and they're usually over £20 for a box of 180 filters. So I ordered a few boxes of those. I mean, every so often he'll have them reduced on a special, but they'll be maybe £15, £16, £17, something like that. They're pretty, I think, the lowest price now that I've ever seen them. And it's the newer versions, the double ceramic version. It's got some cigars on special as well. Well, I've been moving the workshop indoors, so Sharon, so I had to down tools for a couple of weeks whilst I completely refitted out this room. This used to be my office at home. It's on the first floor of our house, and now this is now a workshop. Removed my desk, removed the cupboard, and the various other bits and pieces that were in here, and I've constructed a workbench, some drawers, some wall units, got the machines in. This is now my workshop. So for the winter I don't have to worry about the cold, the wet, being outside at night, that kind of thing. Wife and children are okay, thank you for asking. My mum's not so great at the moment, she's back in hospital at the moment. So let's see what happens with that. This wasn't a bedroom. This was my office beforehand. I mean, it was originally years ago. It was a bedroom, but this has been an office now for. This is a small box room. You know, when you have a bedroom and then another small room next to it. This is that small room. So my kids used to use it as a bedroom, but we're going back like maybe 7-8 years ago. I mean, I've had this as an office now for quite a number of years. So now it's doubling up as an office and a workshop. I'll show you in case you haven't seen it yet. So that's my work area. It's where I do my photo work, and I do my pipe finishing, staining, filing, hand filing, and so on. It's where I do my stem work, sanding on there. And my computer base is up there. I keep it inside the cupboard to stop it getting dusty, but it actually gets too warm, so I've got to keep the door open. So there, on top there, I've got storage boxes ready for filling in the stuff that that used to be in the office. I need to bring it back in. And here's the work area. So last night we brought in the old lathe for buffing duties. There's the big sanding wheel, bandsaw, and of course my big lathe, and all my bits and pieces, my tools up on the walls, and my shaping wheel is down there. Big extractor is over there, makes a hell of a racket, produces a huge amount of heat. So I'm going to have to get that kind of extracted at some point through the wall, because even in the winter, when it's very nice to get warm from it, it gets very, very hot. So that is basically my workshop at the moment. Alright, well, I'm going to push off now. It was just a quick live to say good morning to everybody. I'm going to be loading up some audit golden sliced in a minute. But for now, I wish you well. Perhaps catch you later on in the day. Have a great day, everybody.